welcome. My name is Ansu and today I'm here to talk about my February TBR. It is February. I'm not ready for this, but let's talk about the books that I would like to get to this month. Let's just jump right in. The first one is an arc that I got from NetGalley, so I definitely want to get to this one. It is an ebook though, so I have to physically read, which it takes a lot of time for me for some reason. But anyway, this one is Follow Me for Murder by Sarah E. Burr. I just literally saw the title and said murder and I was like, yes, this is something that I need to read. I'm a chicken when it comes to any of these things, so I don't know why I picked these books anyway. I have 28-year-old Coco, who is an influencer and a celebrity blogger as well. Started her own social media consulting firm in Delaware. So her clients Scion and Olivia Chen are a week or so away from their grand opening of their store, which is like a specialty consignment shop. And Coco stumbles across their store clerk, Stacy, dead behind the register. Listen, does that not sound like a full-ass movie? I feel like it would be such a cool movie. So the Chens are obviously worried that this particular murder would, cloud people from actually going into the store because they think, well, the Chens murdered them. Because that was such a very real possibility, they work with Coco and the police officers to speed up the investigation. Coco definitely uses her social media celebrity status, and she goes on a hunt on what Stacy's life was really like, and it just felt like it was a ruse and she was a completely different person online. She had a bunch of different relationships that might have affected her, and in the end led to her untimely death as well. So that's kind of the plot line. We're trying to figure out this murder mystery, what is going on. It sounds like a very contemporary-esque murder mystery, and the cover definitely looks like it, so I was just like, you know what, I want to read this, let me give it a shot. It's coming out in the second week of February, so I definitely need to get a head start on this one. Okay, I had to deal with some stuff. But the next book that I want to get to is coming out in March. I am really pumped about this. This is also an arc that I got from HarperCollins for the Frenzy Presents event, and that is Blood Sign by Deborah Falaye. Deborah is a Nigerian-Canadian author. I believe I've talked about this book in a pretty recent video. This one sounds so incredible. The cover is beautiful. That's why I really wanted to get to this one. So our main character Sloane is 15 years old and she can incinerate people at her will. She's this thing called a Scion, which is the descendant of ancient Orisha gods. So we have this really brutal ruler named Lucis, and under his rule it means that if Sloane's identity is out there, it would be a death sentence for her. One day she's forcibly taken into Lucis's army, which means that she can kind of control everything from within, get high ranks in this army, and then potentially destroy Lucis from within. There's definitely a lot of magic involved in this. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of action as well. There's obviously themes of power and revenge as well. This book is also inspired by Yoruba Nigerian mythology, which I've never really read anything specifically from Nigeria or Nigerian mythology or anything like that. So I'm very excited to get to this one. This sounds very, very cool, and I feel like I would really enjoy this and it's totally up my alley. So definitely something that I need to get to very soon before the release date on March 1st. The next one is also something that I talked about pretty recently, and that is Gallant by Victoria Schwab, or V.E. Schwab. This one I believe is more of a young adult book because whenever it comes out as Victoria Schwab, I'm pretty sure they're all young adults. But anyway, we're following around this character named Olivia Pryor who cannot speak. So our main character literally cannot speak. All the thoughts that are in her head are very expressive. We're following around Olivia, who's living in this orphanage, and she has a pretty decent life, but people don't really like her. They kind of bully her because she can't speak. She's been living in this place for a while. The only thing that she has attached to her past is this journal of her mother's, which kind of unravels towards the end, and it seems like her mother has gone insane. One thing that particular journal said was, do not go to Gallant, which is kind of like a cursed place, or so it seemed to say. And Olivia gets this letter one day that says her family is expecting her at Gallant and that she should get there really soon. Of course, since Olivia does not have a family, she's just really ready to go forward with this and escape this orphanage. Even though the things that were said in the journal said specifically to her that she shouldn't go to Gallant, she just thinks it's the words of a woman who's completely lost her mind. Nobody is really expecting her there, and they're just really confused as who she is. They're kind of ignoring her, and it's a very huge mansion type of place, and her cousin is just rude to her, ignoring her, yada yada yada. And one day I guess she touches a wall and crosses through this wall into a completely different dimension. So it's a different world, the same mansion, but it's almost in shambles. brambles, and the ghouls that are in this part of the mansion seems more real. They seem more tangible almost. There's also this like ruler type of creature that seems kind of evil, and at this time Olivia really wants to figure out what happened to her family, her father specifically. There must have been something that happened in this particular mansion in different dimensions that kind of affected her father and mother, and she's trying to get to the root of things. Now the question really is if she's going to side with this evil creature thing that's in the dark world, and if she will team up with him or try to save Gallant as a whole. This sounds incredible. I love Schwab's writing style. I think she always has great stories to deliver. It's something I'm really highly anticipating, and I need to get to this also pretty soon. This is coming out on March the 1st as well. In February, I had this great plan to read a bunch of romances, specifically from the Goodreads romance category. I have read a few of the romances. Out of the 20, I read like 5, I think. I want to have read at least 10. So in that route, I definitely want to get to The Love Hypothesis by Hazelwood. So as a third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith does not believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does, and that's what kind of got her into the situation. So she has to convince her best friend on that she's actually dating, and like all scientists, they need proof. Kind of panicking, Olive kisses the first man that she sees. That man is none other than Adam Carlson, who is also a hotshot professor, and he's also well known as. Olive is completely taken by surprise when Adam agrees to actually be her fake boyfriend. But one day there's this huge science conference that they go to, and things go haywire, but Olive is really surprised again by the fact that Adam is being very supportive, and she's also surprised by his six-pack abs. And Olive quickly discovers the complications of these things and this love hypothesis. Like I said, there's a fake boyfriend kind of relationship in here, which I'm really excited to see. I haven't seen that in a little while. It has that feeling that they're going to be like an enemies to lover, but also like have a fake boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, and it sounds really lovely. I'm just very excited to get to this one. Okay, the next book I want to get to is While We Were Dating by Jasmine Guillory. I read the first 5 books in the series. This is the 6th one. This is also on the Goodreads list, and I really want to get to it. Jasmine Guillory has a really fun way of writing stories, and I think this one also has a lot to offer for sure. We're following around these 2 different characters who are actors. Ben Stephens, our main character, is kind of, I'm assuming, like a playboy almost. He does not take romantic relationships very seriously, and he gets this ad that he's supposed to act in next to Anna Gardner, who's this very down-to-earth, considerate woman who does not like play around necessarily. She wants to be a household name. Of course, she's not going to like indulge in what Ben is going to offer, so like Ben can't stop flirting with her, and she thinks that just flirting is not going to hurt at all. Things definitely go from there, and Ben surprisingly helps her with like family emergency. They ended up sharing some secrets that they never really told anybody else in their lives, and they confided in each other, and they learned a lot of different truths about the other person. This book really sounds like something that I would truly enjoy, and I just want to get to it really soon. I'm not gonna curse it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Those are all the books that I would like to get to in the month of February. There's definitely a lot more that I'm looking forward to, but I do not want to jinx it. I think I mentioned like 6 books in this video, so I'm just gonna leave it at that, and then hopefully I'll end up reading a little bit more than that. Let me know down below what are some books that you were anticipating to read in February. I'd love to know. If you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Ansu. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified every single time I upload a new video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all next time with another one. Until then, I'll talk to y'all in the comments. Bye!